Hello there, once again, Santon from Antonio Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at a AEW All-In Toni Storm. This is one I've been wanting, well, since I heard it was announced. It's just taken me a while to get it. Everybody wanted too much for it. I finally found a seller online who sold it for basically retail, 24 bucks to have it shipped. I've never seen it in stores or anything, so I was glad to get it. Toni Storm is one of the wrestlers that I was pretty familiar with just about the time I was getting out of watching wrestling regularly, and I had picked up the WWE version of her, and I liked that very much. And so when I heard that she was getting an AEW figure, I was like, yes, I want the AEW figure. The faces are never quite as good, but the outfits I think are always better. So let's go ahead. We're gonna crack her open. Slip that out right there. Get these sunglasses out without damaging them. I'm gonna pop her out, hopefully without too much resistance, as she comes flying at the camera. Let's get this off, because this is probably what was holding that belt in place. I've always loved Toni Storm's costume concepts and her outfits and all that stuff, her wrestling gear. All of it's been very impressive to me. The red and black, which she has had for as long as I've ever seen her career, and it just looks fantastic. She works it. Anyway, let's see how AEW did with her figure. The head, of course, AEW I don't think does quite as good on their face scans as WWE. These jacket sleeves make it very hard for her arms to move, so I kind of want to take the jacket off, but maybe not quite yet. It looks like there's plastic lining under a lot of this stuff holding it on, so maybe I'll leave it. It would be nice if we could have arm movement with the jacket. I just feel like that would be better. But, you know, one thing I'm immediately wanting to do is I'm kind of wanting to compare the overall appearance with the AEW or the WWE version that came out a few years back. Hold on, because I think I have her nearby and close. So this is Toni Storm, the WWE version of the figure, which, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know that I mean, there was a reason I wanted another one. This one is good, but part of me is just like, I think it could be better. And I would say aesthetically, this one is knocking this one out of the park. Face-wise, hair-wise, I think I like the AEW or the WWE better. I'm gonna see if I can get this jacket off. I'm not sure how these work exactly. I think it just, well, I know how a jacket works. I just don't know how it comes off a figure. I think we'll just pull it off like this. Do I have to take the hands off? Is that how this works? That would probably help. Pull those. And then this should just slip down. I don't know. All wrestling figures have this problem, especially like I have some Sasha Banks figures that all come with fantastic looking jackets. But when they're on, the figure literally can't do anything because it's a jacket. And they give you these plastic sleeves, which I'm assuming is supposed to make it easier to remove. We put that on. Put these on. Ugh. That's not bad. And what's going on with this thing? Am I supposed to take this off? Pull that plastic out? Seems kind of weird that they would pack plastic under all of these things. But back off, that doesn't look bad. Nothing snapped or broke or was ruined, so that's not bad. Now the problem I have with jacket figures is that it does tend to, in order to make the jacket look right, the shoulders are a little bit on the smaller side, and so is the upper torso, which is what I'm seeing here, and that makes me kind of go back to this figure for scale, and I think I like it a little bit better. Also, if you just look, this one has a soft, kind of natural textured look to it. This one's a little bit glossier, harder, and also just not quite as properly proportioned. So that is a little bit disappointing. Paint job is fantastic. Articulation, let's go through that. You already saw we have a ball joint, which is kind of a dumbbell under the head there. We got this removable accessory. We got a ball jointed shoulder, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and a rotating ball joint on the wrists. The hands kind of goofy shaped. They're not really doing anything. You get a really nice ab crunch that goes back a lot, goes that way a lot. Side to side a little bit. You get a nice waist rotation that does stick out awkwardly when you do that, as they all do. Ball joints at the hips, which, I don't know, her butt's a little bit on the fat side as far as well, actually, no, the butt is smaller than the hips, and that's kind of what I mean, is the hips are sticking out quite a bit further, and I feel like this should be a little more matched in unison in size. As you see, it is with most figures. It looks way more natural than that. But you do have an upper thigh cut, which is always nice to have. Double jointed knees, I believe, and they're usually hidden underneath this other knee pad. You get a rotation under that knee pad as well. You get ankle rocker pivots. Is that it? Is that all that's probably all we need. Hopefully I didn't put in like a dumb toe articulation or something like that. I hate toe articulation. So all in all, if I was going to display this figure, I'm going to definitely want to probably leave the jacket on. I just think it looks a lot better with the jacket. And if I could get her glasses to go in, there is a slot under her hair made for those. And if you can get them to go on right, she doesn't look bad at all. The hair is not quite matching with what was on the box. And I kind of wish that it was, because I think that hair looks better than the slicked back hair that she has. Other than that, like I said, paint apps are good. It's really just a matter of body shape that's kind of off in spots. She does come with this lovely belt accessory, which is actually not a bad looking belt at all. Yeah, I hadn't actually, until this point, I hadn't actually seen the women's champion belt for AEW. This is a nice belt. And her jacket, of course, looks fantastic. I don't think there was anything else in that box. But I am going to have to give a breakdown comparison on these. And even though this one has a lot less articulation, and the costume is a little bit outdated for her current thing that she's doing, I would have to say I probably like this one better. Also, this one cost me $25, and this one cost me, I think, $11. So, you know, I'm gonna have to go with even the basic WWE figure from Mattel. I think I like better than this one. I'm also just a big fan of how Mattel does stuff. They make a quality product. They make it very durable. I just like Mattel as far as their work with action figures. And I can't remember exactly who makes them for AEW. Come on, I remember this. You know who makes these, Anton. Come on. Jazzwares, that's right. Now, I normally like Jazzwares figures too, but I would have to say Mattel did a better job with this figure than Jazzwares. Even with the articulation bump and the added stuff, still happier with the other one. So that's kind of a sad story. But with her jacket on and her belt over her shoulders, she's going to look massively impressive on my shelf, and I'm not going to regret buying it either way. Love Toni Storm. Pretty happy with the figure. If you're a big Toni Storm fan, I would definitely recommend picking it up. But if you're a really big Toni Storm fan, you've probably already got this one. And if you need another one, get this one. If you don't need another one, this one is just fine. I'm perfectly happy with it. Anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you later. Bye.